Come on, bro. You ain't got one yet? You ain't got a PS5 yet?
So yeah, all y'all people to be quick to reply under somebody's comment or YouTube video or whatever we post. And y'all be quick to, you just a conspiracy theorist. Yeah. Shut your dumb ass up. I've been telling you dummies for years. Even after the Tim Donaghy stuff came out back in the 90s. Remember the Lakers should have lost that series against the Kings, but somehow it got rigged and the Lakers won the championship? Yeah. And then the NBA referee got arrested for rigging the games and betting on the games his damn self? Yeah. We've been telling you dummies. And what y'all do? Y'all act like y'all on their side. Ain't nothing rigged. You just you need to bet better or something. Or y'all find some way to say some dumbass. I don't know, bro. Like, I be wondering, like, what's up? What's in y'all minds? Like, why y'all so brainwashed? Like, that's just how the world is. Everybody ain't gonna get it. But yeah, all y'all dummies, y'all owe us an apology. Cause y'all be the first ones to, you conspiracy theorists. Here you go with the conspiracies. Yeah. Now you feel stupid, huh? They don't believe something until it's in their face. Y'all gotta wait till motherfuckers start getting arrested, and then y'all be like, oh, wow, it's been rigged this whole time. I never knew. I never knew. Bruh. Damon Jones. Y'all remember him? Cleveland Cavs, used to play with LeBron. Chauncey Billups. NBA champion, by the way. Now he's a head coach.
No, you know, I don't. That pressure thing is nothing to me, man. I do the best I can and let the chips fall where they may. You know that about me by now, quick.
How the coaches getting arrested? Like, this shit is crazy. Who else? Terry Rozier. I mean, the video clips out there. Like, you ain't even got to ask about him. Just look at his video clips. And then maybe you one of the people that bet on one of his parlay props years ago or something. And now it's coming to light. Like, bruh, yeah, he did all that on purpose. Like, he probably didn't green none of your parlay slips. And now we see why. So multiple people getting arrested by the FBI. Multiple investigations. And now there's more breaking news. 2 of the Lakers players being investigated as part of the NBA's illegal gambling operation have been revealed to be Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent. Wow. And that's not it. These are just, most of these people are the scapegoats. You don't know what a scapegoat is? They're going to push them to the front. They're going to be the ones getting arrested and getting caught, whatever. Meanwhile, the real villains, or whatever you want to call them, the real suspects are the people that run the league and some of these Italian the mafia leaders and stuff. It's all connected. The mafia, Vegas. Well, I'm just going to say Vegas as a whole because that includes the sports books, the gambling apps, whatever you want to call them, the actual venues that you go to and bet at. All of that is considered Vegas. So you got Vegas, then you got the leagues. It's not just the NBA, it's the NFL, the MLB, any major sports. Then you got the players, then you got the coaches, then you got the referees. It's all connected. Everybody not in on it, but it's all connected. I'm not saying every player in on it. I'm not saying every referee in on it, which probably 80% are in on it. But the bosses, the CEOs, the team owners, the commissioner, yeah, even the commissioner, they all in on it. And then when somebody get caught, y'all punish them. Like, bro, y'all in on it too. So I don't understand that. But yeah, it's all been, all these years, if you ever suspected that it was illegal shit going on, somebody rigging games or teams not playing like they should have played and losing once you bet on them, or players not performing like they usually do, and then you bet 25 points on somebody, and then they get subbed out the game with 24 points, or you bet 10 rebounds on a player, and then they magically just stop going for rebounds, and this player is like 7'2" or 7'4" or something, and they just magically just stop going for that 10th rebound, and then they finish the game with 9 rebounds. You know, a little simple shit like that been going on. If you ever suspected any of that was, you know, a little weird, yeah, you probably had a good feeling, and go with your gut feeling. You probably was right. Like, yeah, they've been rigging this shit the whole time. Even some of the most popular NBA players. Like, don't count them out either. I've literally seen, my favorite team is the Mavericks. I've literally seen Luka Doncic fake an injury on Christmas Day and mess up millions of people parlays, including me.
Silence falling over the arena a moment ago because of this moment. Luka Doncic driving against Jaden McDaniels, came to a stop and then immediately was immobilized. Had a hard time.
Nobody touched him. What they call it, a non-contact injury. He just stopped. He was just dribbling, then he just stopped moving. Like, bro, you not hurt, bro. That's why your bitch ass got traded anyway. Because, Vegas, I think some owners from Vegas or some type of casino owners bought the Mavericks. So you know everything is about to be rigged from now on. Like, even if Luka was part of that Vegas shit, they still got rid of you because it's more Vegas owners coming in. And then what they do, they bring another compromised player, Cooper Flag, to the Mavericks. And now everything he do is about to be compromised. And you be like, yo, I know this kid better than this. Like, you don't just have 0 points for like 2 or 3 quarters and then you finish the game with 10 points after everybody done bet on you to get like at least 15 or something, and then you finish the game with 10 points. Yeah, Cooper Flag is compromised. Kevin Durant compromised. I literally just watched the game. I bet 25 points for KD. The Rockets, who they played? Whoever they played, they went 2 overtimes. Kevin Durant, you had multiple chances to get 25 points. What'd you do? 23 points. And then I bet for him to get a double-double. What'd he do? 9 rebounds the whole time. And then you go into 2 overtimes. You couldn't get a 10th rebound? Oh, you just foul out in the second overtime. Yeah, okay. Kevin Durant compromised. Steph Curry is compromised. Wembanyama's compromised. You can literally just watch people's patterns and see how they compromise. Vgas Zubac for the Clippers, he's compromised. Khalil Ware for the Heat, he's compromised. You can bet. His last game, he had like 4 rebounds. This guy is like 7'2" or 7 foot, something like that. This cat, I've literally seen him get like 10 or 14 rebounds by the second quarter in the game. But as soon as I bet on him, he gets 4 rebounds the whole game. But then watch the next game. If I don't bet on Khalil Ware, I want y'all to watch this. Watch how many rebounds he gets. That's how they play with us, bro. Shit's crazy. So now you got Chauncey Billups getting arrested. They run an illegal gambling operation. It won't just the basketball. They run in poker games, and they got the mafia, some of the top crime families involved. These cats got see-through tables. They got X-ray tables.
Hit me.
There's some top $1 million schemes going on. They got $1 million tables. I don't know if it's $1 million tables, but they got $1 million operation going on where X-ray tables, they can see through the cards. They got smart contacts that can see the imprints of the cards or what card it is without being flipped over. They got the X-ray tables that's reading the cards. And bro, it's all type of shit going on. It's like, come on, dog. Let me read the little Let me read a little excerpt of the. I had it somewhere. So it said the accused in the case are alleged to have participated in a scheme to rig illegal poker games and steal millions of dollars. They did so using very sophisticated technology, including off-the-shelf shuffling machines, special contact lenses, and eyeglasses to read pre-marked cards, according to authorities. They also used an X-ray table that could read cards that were face down. Come on, bro. The victims were allegedly lured to play in these games with former professional athletes who acted as face cards in the scheme. The victims were unaware that everyone, including the dealer and other players, were in on the scam. Bro, that's like some top level fam. Shit's crazy. And then, remember I mentioned Damon Jones. He used to play with LeBron. Okay, recently, I think he might have been on the Lakers like coaching staff or something. He was feeding sports bettors information that LeBron was going to be injured and to not bet on LeBron that game or the Lakers that game and bet, I think it was to bet on the Bucks or something like that. This shit is crazy, bro. You feeding people sensitive injury news that nobody even knew about yet. And he allegedly told the people in the text thread, hurry up and bet on this before the news gets out that LeBron's injured. Like, come on, dog. This shit is crazy, bro. So, yeah, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups, and former player Damon Jones have all been arrested in illegal gambling cases. All of the, like, it's all connected, but it was all separate shit going on. Like, Damon Jones with the feeding sports bettors injury information. Then you got Chauncey Billups and Gilbert Arenas allegedly running illegal gambling rings with some of the top mafia families or crime families. You got 30 people being charged, including 13 linked to La Cosa Nostra. You got insider NBA prop bets plus rigged poker games using high-tech cheating devices. FBI says over $7 million stolen. That's not even including all of us sports bettors that have been betting on this rigged-ass games, not just NBA. This shit is crazy, though. And don't forget that this could be connected with the AB and the Big U. Remember, it was alleged that Adrian Broner had took like $1.5 million out of NBA players in fixed dice games, and Big U wanted AB to get jumped for not checking in with him. So basically, he was going to extort AB if he didn't get his cut. And then it was reported that Big U was charging $100,000 just for protection. The NBA players was checking in, so all that gambling, like, it's just like what the mafia doing. Like, okay, they was there to enforce, like, you know what I'm saying, make sure the players go through it, or if people betting big stakes, they there to make sure you pay, or if not, you get like a broken limb or something, or maybe something like Jay Leno, where he keep getting beat up mysteriously and house is set on fire, but he don't want to tell us that the Italian mafia is allegedly after him. Or he could owe some gambling debts or something. I don't know what's up with Jay Leno, but yeah, that was alleged in the Big U case. Also, another report says Big U wanted Adrian Broner beat up for not checking in with him after he took $6.5 million. So the numbers are kind of mixed up in both stories. But it's still the same, where they saying like he scammed NBA All-Stars in fixed dice games, and Big U was charging them, the NBA players, $100,000 each just to check in and get protection. And it's alleged that Shaq and Draymond were both extorted and donated money to Big U's foundation. So basically, he would allegedly get them to check in, then they pay him, but they pay him as a donation to his foundation, so he could, wash the money, clean it. So basically, they was allegedly being extorted by Big U and the Crips, Shaq and Draymond, and any other rapper that's had to donate to Big U, or he forced them to make donations. That was just like as a disguise for the checking in.
Movie production in the hood. That's how we do it, man.
Top flight, baby. Security.
GB running this here movie set in the hood.
Come on out here.
Coming out here and checking in with GB, getting his movies done. You better know it.
Sure.
Anytime you want to do movies in the hood, just check it in. We can make sure it's done. Movies, videos. But if you don't check it in,
Oh well. Just gonna check your ass out.
we gonna check you in, all right. We gonna check it all of your equipment. We gonna check it all of your equipment.
This shit red. Look at this shit. He just gave him the signal. He like, nah, I can't even do it. He like, you got to. Can't even do it.
And the meter's still running, Richard. Still going. Rozier turned it over again. Having a tough night. And Rozier off the DHO. And he turned it over. Turn it up. But you don't want to play with your team, especially against the Miami Heat. I tell you, hey, you don't like playing in Miami? Yeah. They'll do it. Clock down to 3. They got to get busy. Rozier with a 9-1-1 comes up short. On Merrill. Rozier, a contested 3 is short. The ultimate teammates and sacrifice so much. Rozier on the show and go. That all year. Empty corner 2-man game. Rozier with a 3. Anderson with a rebound. Rozier relocates for another try. Well, that was awfully short.
No, I don't. That pressure thing is nothing to me, man. I do the best I can and let the chips fall where they may. You know that about me by now, quick.
you got 2 free throws, and LeBron comes by and taps you on the chest and whispers something to you. What did he tell you?
He said, if you miss these free throws, you know who's going to win it. What makes it worse, because we gamble at LeBron's house, me, Damon, Jones, that was our group. So Damon Jones was horrible at cards. He owed me money. Every time we played them, I always used to scream out, the landlord's hit, the landlord needs his rent money. So he doesn't even play in game 6. So when he whispers, you know who's gonna hit it, everybody assumed it was him. I knew what he was talking about. I was balling that game, just hit the 3 to get us in overtime. And then I see Damon Jones in there stretching, and they really put the man in. And the fact that LeBron even passed him the ball is what hurt the most.
Damon Jones, who hadn't played a second all game, inserted and knocks down the winning shot.
Now joining NBA Today, ABC News Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katersky. Aaron, thank you so much for staying with us here on NBA Today. What more can you tell us about what Chauncey Billups is being accused of?
Yeah, Sinead, Chauncey Billups, according to federal prosecutors, was the lure, the mafia allegedly paying him for his celebrity to attract high rollers to poker tables in the Hamptons, in Las Vegas, in Miami, and right here in Manhattan, so they would gamble, so they would play poker. What those people didn't know was that everyone else at the table was in on the scam because the games were rigged. Chauncey Billups was known as a face card because the mafia allegedly used his face to lure in these unsuspecting victims. The victims themselves were called fish, as the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York explained in Brooklyn a short while ago.
The scheme targeted victims known as, quote, fish, who were often lured to participate in these rigged games by the chance to play alongside former professional athletes who were known as, quote, face cards. The so-called face cards included the defendant Chauncey Billups, who at the time of the scheme was a former NBA player and is currently the head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, and also Damon Jones, a former NBA player and coach. What the victims, the fish, didn't know is that everybody else at the poker game, from the dealer to the players, including the face cards, were in on the scam. For example, they used off-the-shelf shuffling machines that had been secretly altered in order to read the cards in the deck, predict which player at the table had the best poker hand, and relay that information to an off-site operator.
These rigged poker games have been going on, prosecutors say, since at least 2019, and it involved these altered shuffling decks, X-ray poker tables that could read cards that were face down. There were special glasses and contact lenses that enabled players in on the scam to know what the victims' cards were, and other technology brought to bear. The victims, Sinead, had no chance at winning these games. They lost millions of dollars. And since the mob was involved, prosecutors say if the victims couldn't or wouldn't pay, that's when violence was used to make sure they did.
Thank you, Aaron, for providing this profound information and stopping by NBA Today as well.
No, you know, I don't, that pressure thing is nothing to me, man. I do the best I can and let the chips fall where they may. You know that about me by now, quick.